The Detroit Lions 2023 NFL schedule was released last night, and we're going to go through each game. We're going to do a record prediction. What can the Lions look like by the end of the season? Do they have a chance to win the NFC North? But before we get into today's video, if you're a fan of the Detroit Lions and you like everything Honolulu blue and silver, whether it be in-season, off-season, free agency, NFL, draft, news, and rumors, you need to subscribe to my channel. Why is that? Because that's what we do on this bad boy. We talk all things Lions, and we have a fun time doing so. Let's just go ahead and get this thing going. I tell you what, the Lions open the NFL season at Kansas City against the Super Bowl winning team there, and this is a great opportunity for our beloved Detroit Lions to show themselves to the world. We've been getting a lot of hype. A lot of media is drinking that Kool-Aid, loving it, and it is not Jim Jones Kool-Aid. So, in this matchup, the Detroit Lions have a big task on their hand, going to Arrowhead, where the fans are going to be absolutely crazy because they're going to get their Super Bowl celebration going on, and it's the first game of the year. A lot to love about this game, and I tell you what, if you're a Lions fan, you need to be rooting for the Detroit Lions. Ladies, you fans over there who thinks Kelsey's all hot and that like Shannon does, don't be a traitor. Make sure you root for our Detroit Lions. You can root for them later, just not on week one. I do have the Detroit Lions winning this game with a major upset, and the betting line right now is 6.5 favorites for Kansas City. So go to chatsports.com/LionsBet. You put in the promo code Lions125, get a 125% deposit bonus in this bad boy. I got a question for you, though, and I want you to vote. Will the Detroit Lions win the NFC North? Y for yes and N for no. I'm curious to see what you guys think. As we continue on, the Detroit Lions then are at home against the Seattle Seahawks, who we have a little bit of a rivalry with now. Why is that? Because played them last year, we lost in a close game, and then during the playoffs, all they had to do was lose one time, and the Lions are in, but they won. Lions stay at home. They went to the playoffs. It's going to be a difficult matchup here. I do have the Lions losing this game, Seattle Seahawks. That team has a lot of firepower right now, and I want to see what the Lions can do both offensively and defensively, and they've been drafting well, so I have the Lions going 1-1 at this point. Then we are home again against the Atlanta Falcons, going against Bijan Robinson, going against Kyle Pitts, Desmond Ridder. Still, I have the Lions winning this game. I think the Lions are a better football team than them right now. I think they're starting to get some talent over there. But Detroit overall has more talent. Lions win this game. And then we're at the Packers for Monday Night Football. Going to be a great game. I love going to Lambeau Field in September/October when it's not freaking frozen tundra. It's always a good time to get that game over with. I have the Lions beating the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football and continue the trend of whooping on that team. So the Lions right now here, not too bad at 3-1. And we continue on here. We're home against the Carolina Panthers. This is a revenge game. If you don't remember, went to Carolina last year, dropped a major egg there and got our butts whooped. Now this time, the Carolina Panthers, who has a lot of Detroit Lions personnel over there. We're talking about DJ Chark, good old wide receiver that was over here. Obviously, our former running backs coach, defensive lines coach. Lions pull the win here, and now doing a damn good job at 4-1. We go to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not the same team than it was even last year. Tom Brady is gone. Baker Mayfield is in. I think they're a team that's starting to go on a downward trend. I have the Detroit Lions beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pretty solidly for sure. Then we go to the Baltimore Ravens. I think this is going to be a little more difficult of a football game. Baltimore Ravens do have talent. They signed some players. Odell Beckham Jr., Lamar Jackson, dual threat quarterback. I think this is a little bit of a butt whooping. I think the Lions lose this game here against the Ravens. I got to see it before I can really say the Lions are going to win this game. I tell you what, though, I would love to win this game. Losing after that Justin Tucker insane kick of 66 yards. I'd love to get revenge, though, on that one for sure. Then we have a big matchup, Monday Night Football. The Raiders come to town to the Detroit Lions. We're hosting the Monday Night Football game. You already know this bad boy is going to be lit. The Lions fans are going to be absolutely on fire. Home Monday night game? Yeah, Lions winning this game here. I don't believe much into Jimmy Garoppolo. I think that our quarterback's a little bit better. And you know, I'm not a big McDaniels fan. I have the Lions winning Monday Night Football. Let's continue on here with a question, the pinned comment for this video. What will the Detroit Lions 2023 NFL record be? Put that in the comments below. Do you think they go 0-17? We'll put 0-17. If you think they go 10 wins, put 10 wins. Let me know your thoughts on the Lions record. Let's get this thing going still here. Week 10, we're traveling to the Los Angeles Chargers, a very difficult game. Justin Herbert over there, really good quarterback. I think the Lions are going to take a loss here, going all the way to the West Coast to face that young, good football team. And then we're back home against the Chicago Bears. We beat the Chicago Bears. The Lions are just a better football team right now. Yes, Chicago, they got more talent in the offseason, decent draft, all of that. Still, the Lions are a better football team right now. We stay home on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Yes, we have lost a lot of Thanksgivings the last couple years. That ends on this one. The Detroit Lions will defeat the Green Bay Packers and finally get a win back on Thanksgiving Day game. We needed that bad for our beloved Detroit Lions. Why is that? Because, folks, we just haven't won there a while, and it's another opportunity for the Detroit Lions to be on the bigger stage and get a victory, and I think they will do that for sure. Week 13, we're at the New Orleans Saints. I think this is going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be a little bit tough. I think Derek Carr is actually going to be a pretty good quarterback for that football team. Alvin Kamara. I think the Lions will lose this game. We're always competitive against the New Orleans Saints, but at New Orleans, that's going to be a tough place to get a victory for sure. Week 14, we're going to Chicago. Last year, we nearly lost that game. It was really close, but we sweep them this year. I have the Detroit Lions beating the Chicago Bears for another sweep and putting a smile on all of our faces. We go ahead and we are back home here against the Denver Broncos. I understand they got Sean Payton, but I do feel that their quarterback is just not the guy for them. I have the Lions defeating the Denver Broncos. For Detroit, having a good one. Then we're going to Minnesota. It's going to be a really tough game, in my opinion, to face the Minnesota Vikings at Minnesota. We lost last year. They're still a tough team. I have the Lions taking the L there. Week 17, we're going to Dallas for a Monday Night Football game. This is going to be another opportunity to show what the Detroit Lions are made of. Can the Lions defeat the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football? We've had a crazy rivalry with this football team in the last couple years. The Matthew Stafford comebacks. We did it in Dallas Week 4, 2011, where we came back from big deficit and win. A couple years later, back at Ford Field, the Detroit Lions win again. Matthew Stafford jumps over the line. But after that, Dallas has won. And Dallas Cowboys is a good team. They got a really good offense and a really good defense. For me, when I look at this game, I really want the Lions to win this game. This is the one game, probably next to Kansas City Chiefs and the rest of the NFC North, that I say, man, I really want the Lions to win this game because I don't want Dallas to beat us on Monday Night Football in front of the whole freaking world. With that said, I think the Lions lose this game. It's going to be tough, and you always got to remember you're going against the referees as well. It's not just the team, and they always favor. Then the final game of the year for the Detroit Lions, that is Mr. Week 18. We get to go against a team that we know very familiar with. And I think right now it's not flex. It says it's to be determined, but I think that it will get flexed because I think this could determine the NFC North itself, and that is Minnesota Vikings at Ford Field. It's not at Minnesota, it's at Ford Field. That is great for our Detroit Lions. This will be a tough game. I do think it gets flexed. Lions, Vikings, the two better teams in the NFC North. The winner wins the NFC North. What do I have on this game? What do I think will go down? You got Hawkinson returning. Going to be a fun game for sure. But guess what, folks? I have the Detroit Lions winning this game. That's right. I have the Lions winning this game, securing the NFC North, something that we haven't done ever. We have never won the NFC North as of yet. And then, Week 18, final game of the year, the Detroit Lions beat the Vikings at home. The crowd's going nuts. You're hearing playoffs, chanting in the crowd, and all of that. Overall, this is a tough record, but guess what? We're a tough football team. So, hey, to be the man, you got to beat the man. That's what Ric Flair said, and I think the Detroit Lions are going to have a good season. And I have the Detroit Lions 11 wins in this bad boy. 11-6. I think they can get it done here, win the NFC North, and make us all very proud for sure to be a Detroit Lions fan. Let me know, again, what is your thoughts? Who is going to be what? What is your record? Are you a fan that roots for another team? Can't do it in this one. You got to root for our Detroit Lions. It's just the way it goes, folks. Just the way that it goes. But again, we're live every single Thursday on my channel, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and like something special like we had yesterday. Videos dropping every single day. With that said, folks, adios.